Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy right here, Lonnie, aka Novaman on the beat. And today I'm going to be using RX10 Advanced via Pro Tools. And what we're going to be using RX10 Advanced to do is clean up vocals. I have a few vocal files here in Pro Tools right now, and I'm basically just going to do some really sort of basic things in there. I won't try to get too advanced, but I'll just show you some basics on how you can use RX10 Advanced to clean up your vocals for your session or project. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. So what we have here on the screen right now is Pro Tools, right? And I have a few vocal stems that I've imported. Just kind of drug them into Pro Tools, and we're gonna use those as our samples. Okay. We're gonna be using one of RX's plugins called RX Connect. I think it's an ingenious thing that RX Connect and Pro Tools are able to do in terms of like interconnecting with each other to be able to clean up audio files or import and export seamlessly without having to, close out of Pro Tools and then open the other program up. So I'm gonna show you how to do that using RX Connect. So we're here in Pro Tools right now, and we're gonna use the Audio Suite plugin RX Connect. So let's go to our plugin here. And you see I can have it saved here on the in my list, and it just pops open just like this, right? All right, so what's cool here is that any audio that I want to clean up, all I have to do is just highlight a certain area. In this case, I can highlight this whole thing right here and then just hit send, and it's gonna send it over to RX10 Advanced. Let's go ahead and jump in there and just go ahead and do that real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and hit send. I got it highlighted already, and let's go ahead and hit send. Now, as you can see, it opens up here over in the RX10 Advanced window. You know, it automatically does this by itself. There's no other functions, or I should say processes, that need to be done. We just hit send and it's automatically opens up RX10. Okay, so this is the GUI, the interface for RX10. You can open this thing up, get it wider, however you want to do it. You see a bunch of information here in our spectral layout. Okay, we're going to make this a little bit bigger so we can kind of open up the whole screen there. All right, so the most important part of cleaning up audio is finding the stuff that you don't want in the audio. So for instance, in this case, it could be this section here, it could be that, or it could be this section here, or down here, so all these little areas right here that have these little, this is basically noise. Okay, so in order for us to clean up this noise, we need to learn what the noise is. We need to learn the threshold of the noise. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up our spectral denoise. So this is one of the first things that I do when I pull open RX10 Advanced is I go ahead and open up my spectral denoise. Okay, and what I want to do from here is I want to learn the noise profile. So I'm going to go ahead and hit learn here. And this is my noise profile for this particular section. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play that and let's see what it sounds like. I'll go ahead and extend this out and let's preview. Okay, so I think it won't serve any justice unless you hear what it sounds like before and after. So this is the before.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find.
I'm gonna do it from here. Bypass.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
Okay, I'll go ahead and hit stop. And that's what that sounds like. Now, now that we have a noise profile, we can go ahead and kind of like, give a sample of what it's going to sound like after the processing. Let's check it out.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
So that's a lot better than where it was before. So what I want to do is I want to just boost this up just a little bit more and see what we got.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
I think that's pretty good. So now what I'll do is I'll just go here and highlight, and then I'll hit render. And as you can see, all of that noise profile, all of the white stuff, those white backgrounds have been kind of wiped out of here, and also you can see like even around the main vocal, you see how the the profile is kind of cleaned up. Let's take a listen.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
So now that we got this noise profile figured out and we've kind of cleaned this up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and send this back over to Pro Tools. Easy peasy. Just click send back and it'll go right back to Pro Tools. All right. So now once it's back over here in Pro Tools, we get this little blue, wavy thing here. And all we got to do is hit render. And you can see how that's all been cleaned up. Now the other part is this, where we have bleed. So one of the things that we'll do is you can delete that, right? Or in some cases you can go with, a plug-in. You can put in, let's say for instance, like a gate. We're going to choose one of our gates here. Let's go with a fab filter. Got a fab filter gate. And we'll use this gate to kind of get rid of this noise. Seems pretty good to me, right? And now let's go here.
Feels like I'm going insane in my mind. I can't help but.
And now we just need to kind of fine tune how much of this threshold is going to be attacked here.
Feels like I'm going insane in my mind. I can't help but. Feels like I'm going insane in my mind. I can't help but. Yeah. Feels like I'm going insane in my mind. I can't help but. Feels like I'm going insane in my mind. I can't help but.
Okay, so that's pretty good to me, right? So in some other cases, what we do here, even though we got that situated, you can go here and just kind of like what I showed you earlier, we're going to make a breakpoint right there. And then you can make a break. You can either just drag like this, use your trim tool, and then just set some fades right there and just cut out the middle part. The gate is good for like sometimes short pieces, like where there's multiple performances taking place, and you want to be able to just kind of cut little pieces out, what I'm saying? So so that's where a gate will come into play. And then in this case, for this tutorial, just or this presentation, showing you that some different uses where the gate is useful. So check this out.
I'm wrecking my brain.
So no noise there. We hit bypass, and you can hear that background, right? So I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna do one more thing. Let's go to my IO. Oops, sorry. I don't need all of these. I just need this. I don't need comments. I don't need well, track color can stay. And then we're just gonna turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear that.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to.
And so with this gate, when the gate is on,
I'm wrecking my brain.
It gives us a nice little, silence in the front there. But just like we did with the other track over there, we can actually just go ahead and put a little fade here and just fade into it and just cut those pieces out.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
Now, RX10 is also good for like little pops and things, kind of like what you hear in the audio right now as well.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
Like right there, there's a pop that takes place.
In the end.
So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you again how to use RX10 Advanced, and we're going to get rid of some of those, I guess it would be a click. So let's check it out. And let's see, let's preview.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
Here we go. So before, it sounded like this.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
And you can hear that little pop that's right in here.
Find the answer. Find the answer.
And with declicks allows for us to, be able to, get rid of those clicks. So check it out.
Sir.
Let's go back here.
Find the
I apologize.
Find the answer.
And there we have it. We got that taken out. And then we'll just highlight and then just go ahead and render. And then guess what we'll do? Send it right back to Pro Tools just like we did before. Hit render, and there we have it.
I'm wrecking my brain trying to find the answer.
Sounds good to me. So that's one way that you can, clean up vocals in with your Pro Tools audio and so forth using RX10 Advanced. Now, there are some other areas where perhaps, you have like some extreme background noise. Let's go here. Actually, let's go to our second track. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Now, this is Gavin again. I think this was an old recording. There wasn't a whole bunch of like processing and stuff that we did on the vocals and stuff prior to going into Pro Tools. So let's check out what we got.
I can't let her leave.
So yeah, a lot of information up here in the front. We'll do the same thing with this. We'll go into RX10 Connect. And then, we want to get rid of this information right here in the front. Okay. So with that said, we want to look at our spectral denoise. Okay. I'm going to learn the profile. And we got our best quality set up there. The threshold is pretty good. Let's see what we sound like.
I can't.
So I think that's pretty good. We got that pretty cleaned up right there. So we're going to go ahead and highlight everything and then just go ahead and hit render. All right. So I think I'm going to stop right there and then just go ahead and send it back over to Pro Tools and let's see what we got. All right. So that cleaned up a lot right there, right? Let's go right here.
I can't let her leave.
And now, of course, you go into like, using your EQs and things like that and kind of dialing in what you want the vocal to sound like.
I can't let her leave.
And you can kind of still hear that warbly sound. So what we'll do is we'll just go in here and just kind of fine tune, some of these, these points here on our spectral, our graph here, what I'm saying? It shows our waveform and whatnot. So let's see what that sounds like. Let's widen this out a little bit.
I can't let her leave. 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 I can't let her.
Okay, so you kind of get the idea of just playing around with the vocal and getting it where you'd like for it to be in your mix. So our next one here is low key. So he has some, looks like some noise profile is there. All right, so we'll go ahead and send that over to RX as well. And in this one, we have a lot of, we have some really good information to be able to clean this up and get this sounding like it's supposed to, right? So let's go here. Okay, let's go right here.
Chat 2 1 2 1 2. A chat 2 1 2 1 2.
So the noise profile, same thing that we've done before. Just go here, learn that noise profile. And then I'm gonna close up the advanced stuff. And let's hit a preview.
Chat 2 1 2.
Sounds pretty good to me. And we don't have a whole bunch of reduction going on here. So we're gonna go ahead and highlight and then just hit render. So sometimes when you got, an artist that might send you some information or files or recording, sometimes you can run into a situation where, you, how should I say this, where the recording is not as good as you want it to be. So, sometimes I get very crappy vocals. Sometimes I get really clean vocals, but this software RX Advanced will allow you to be able to clean those things up. Let's take a listen.
Chat 2 1 2 1 2. A chat 2 1 2 1 2. Chat 2 1 2 1 2. A chat 2. Hey.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and send this back because I think we've cleaned up the noise. Let's go ahead and do that. So we've got our noise out of there. Now, same thing that we did with the gate. And we're going to drag this down there. And you can hear now how that gate performs.
Chat 2 1 2 1 2.
Without the gate. You see what I'm saying? So now you got all of those other things in the front that you don't really need. Let's go ahead and turn the gate back on.
Chat 2 1 2 1 2. A chat 2 1 2 1 2. Chat 2 1 2 1 2. A chat 2. Hey.
And there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and go to this one. I think this one's probably like a more interesting sample that we got here. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all check this one out. A lot of noise here, right?
If you thuggin' like you say you do.
So you got this noise profile up here, and I think it's going to be really good in terms of like cleaning this up and getting this vocal to sound like it's supposed to. So let's go ahead and send that over to RX Advanced. All right. And the same thing that we've done, just like we've did with the other profiles, we're going to go ahead and the other audio files. We're going to go ahead and capture that noise profile. Boom, skibbity bop bop, boom. And then we're going to take a listen. So the idea is when you're playing this back, it should be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And there you have it. So now we're going to go here. And then we'll play from right here.
If you thuggin' like you say you do.
That's what it sounds like before. Let's go here.
If you thuggin' like you say you do.
That's pretty darn clean. Okay. All right, so the next thing I'll do is I'll go here and I'll highlight everything. And then, of course, I just hit render. Okay, now it might appear like there's still some noise going on, but let's take a listen. I mean, it's below, like, you can barely hear what's going on. and all these little bumps and things like that. You know, RX10, RX Advanced can also clean that stuff up as well. But for the sake of moving forward in this video, I'm going to go ahead and send this back to Pro Tools, render just like we did before with the other files. And of course, we'll bring down our gate. See what we got. So things like this right here, you know, you can just cut those out because those aren't pieces that you need, but you can also cut that out too. Scooch this down here and just kind of.
If you thuggin' like you say you do.
Sounds pretty good to me. So again, you know, if you get some vocals that aren't really where they should be as far as quality wise, if you have a whole bunch of background, maybe even some you know, acoustic issues, you know, you can use RX10, RX, you know, and RX Connect to you know, clean those vocals up. I think I'm gonna stop right there. I think what I've shown you are basically some techniques on how you can you know, utilize RX Advanced to clean up audio. Getting bad audio is part of the audio engineering cycle, I should say. And I believe in these situations, these tools are become very, very helpful. I hope you guys have learned some stuff from here. I hope you take this and perhaps apply it to your own mixes, your own, you know, audio, and hope for better outcomes with your recordings and your mixes. Other than that, this is your boy right here, man, Novaman on the beat. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna check you out on the next one. Peace.